What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar with C-Zar Gets Crypto, and we are talking about Taraxa TARA USD today. This one comes to us at the request of Mr. Felton Alves. Man, I've been meaning to make this video. I'm sorry it's taken me so long. Last time I made a video talking about this thing, I want to say, I forget where it was, how long ago it was, but I was saying that we would likely go up. It looks good, and we've actually gone down. Someone, Felton, I think it might have been you, man, who was asking me what I thought about it, and I did say that I think, I was wrong, and I think that it will continue to go down, and it has. And that's my thoughts right now. Even though we're going up right now, we had an 8% day today, 11% day yesterday, and maybe this day closes right after all. I do think that we are in a more pronounced downtrend. As of now, we have a lower low along with lower highs. Volume is decreasing, which means that this probably is an overall consolidation phase, and once we see volume die out completely, we likely will find our low. I think that it could come in somewhere around this purple line. Let's see if we can get any fibs to match up with that. Let's look at the weekly for that. So looking at this low here to this high, that purple line, by the way, would be right there at the 0.5. Maybe we go to the 0.5, maybe we go to the 618 down here. That's totally possible as well. That would be at 0.2 cents to 0.3 cents of a range. That's what I would give it. Bouncing off of the 382 is nice to see, though getting a double rejection off of this 236 oftentimes does promote a descent to the 618. And that, I don't think we had that in my last video that I made, because I think it's been over a week, and that was about a week ago that double top came in there. But I digress. I do think that we go lower. I think that right now we're just coming up to psych people out. We're going to have another lower high. There is probably a lot of people who are interested in buying this thing, and I think you have the right reasons for it, man. It does look very bullish. I know that it looks bearish overall, right? You have just lower highs and lower lows, but man, this formation down here, you've got like an Eve and an Atom. This is just this pattern, the way this looks, you guys, this very much looks like an accumulation zone along with a double bottom. It's just beautiful to see. It really is beautiful to see. To me, it looks like it's bottomed, and you don't have to believe me on that. You can believe the volume itself that took place afterwards on this breakout. It's just insane to see. And if you wanted to do the measure move, what you do is you take this low here to this midway point, the nipple, I don't know what to call that, the turnaround point, the focal point, and then you take it and you put it right at the top there. And wouldn't you know it, man, we literally basically went right up to that target. You met your target, and now you're having a little pullback. It's normal. It's totally normal. What are you going to do with this pullback? You're probably going to form a higher low and then move on from there. No big deal at all. And from this overall fib scale, that higher low, the way I just drew it right there, it would be right to the 618. It literally would be right there. And if we take the all-time high, I'm not going to take this high, because I've gone back and I look at it on the daily. This is first day madness, so I am going to take this as the all-time high to the current all-time low, hopefully the forever all-time low, but we'll see. We actually found resistance right in the sweet spot, right at the 618 to the 0.69 area. So, and we didn't even bounce off this 382 yet. So I would think that at least we would go lower. Where is this 382, by the way? Look at. I'm gonna take this away real quick. We'll come back to it. Look at how we're reacting with this 382, the current one, right? We went just below it. It's very common. You don't have to wick right off of these lines. It's very common to meander through them a little bit. But where is this 382? It's down here, and what's just below that 382? What is just below it? It's this little nipple right here. This area that we found resistance before, resistance right here, and even support before right here. And that is at about 0.27 cents. Here we are at 0.5 cents now, so that's not 50% away, but that is still quite a drop. It's more than a 40% drop. I believe it's more than a 40% drop. Check my math here. Closer to 40 than 50. Oh no. Right there, right at 46% of a drop from here, basically 46% of a drop. So I do think that it has a little bit more to go down, and that's okay. That's okay. That's better for us to accumulate. I definitely personally want to get in on this thing, man. I think that it's it looks beautiful. Like, I really do like the spot. It doesn't have a whole lot of data, so don't hold me to it. It is only existent since 2021. It saw the ass end of the bull market, and it didn't even perform well in that. But it is, man, this bottoming formation is just really nice to see. And the reaction afterwards on KuCoin, which isn't the biggest exchange, but it's one of the bigger exchanges for sure in crypto now. This weekly RSI, you had this kind of uptrend in it, and it looks like you've given way on that, and you probably will come back down to the 50, maybe even below that. That's okay. You might even work your way all the way back to the oversold zone. But really what I would kind of expect, I don't know if I would expect that so much more as a higher low to form, right? You've got this low here, you've got that low there. Maybe you do come back to the oversold zone or near it, but then reject that area. Maybe you come to the 40 and then reject that area. You might not even come onto this line, this straight line. Maybe it's more of a curved line, it just curves up. I don't know. But all in all, what I would expect is a higher low nonetheless on this RSI, just like I would expect a higher low on the price as well. But we can see some big things. It doesn't have to stop. We really don't have to stop at the 618 here, 69 area. We don't have to stop at 2 cents to 1.65 cents, or sorry, 0.2 cents to 0.165 cents. We don't have to stop there. We could go lower, absolutely. But this sweet spot here lines up very well with this kind of area of resistance here, and I guess it's a little bit below this previous area of support, but that 0.5 lines up well with that. So it's hard to say, I guess, where I really think this thing is going to bottom. If I had to, if I was a betting man, and I am, I would think that we probably go closer to 3 cents for the low, this next higher low, and not closer to 2, or I said 3 cents, I'm sorry, 0.3 cents, and not closer to 0.2 cents. Though we really could go all the way down here. But finding, again, these lines, you don't have to bounce directly off them. Finding support somewhere in between the 0.5 and 0.618, that's totally possible too, because guess what else is in that area, right? We've already gone over this. It's this previous area of support, previous area of resistance here. Finding support on that area just below the 0.5, that's totally fine. And it could go even lower than that. It could go right in the middle of this range for no reason whatsoever and just throw people off and be fine. I wonder, top to bottom here, 1886, finding support on the 1272. The 886 down here is right at this previous area of resistance. I mean, maybe in the 0.1's right there. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe somewhere in here, man. Between a 0.3 of a cent and 0.23 of a cent, something like that is what I'd give it. But I do think it goes lower. So that's my overall interpretation of it right now. I want to look at the daily real quick before we finish this thing. Looking at the daily RSI, yeah, it looks like it wants to go down. You are above the 40, which is nice. You actually just closed above the 40. I think this is just gonna be another lower high. You probably do go higher in the meantime. Let's look at the 4-hour. Yeah, looking strong, looking decent on your 4-hour RSI. I think you do. I think you do go higher, maybe up to this purple line. You're at about half a penny right now. Maybe move up to 0.6 of a penny, but just below that, right? I doubt you break this high. Maybe you break these closing highs on the 4-hour, maybe. Maybe even get above this purple line, but anything above the purple line, as it's been throughout this kind of whole range, is probably going to be a better time to sell than to buy. That would be my expectation, right? You're moving up, volume's dying, never a good sign. Your RSI does look good, though, for continuation, so I think you do go, yeah, 1 hour looks strong too, man. So I think you do want to go up in the coming days, maybe even to finish up this week, right? And then toward the end of this month and probably into next month, you're going to see some more red is what I'd expect. Maybe even throughout the rest of the year, but we'll see. Definitely an exciting project. I think that it has huge potential. I think that, talking about the bearish stuff, whatever, like if it went down to this, not there, I'm sorry guys, I can't draw. If it went down to that point of resistance there and found support there, you could see this thing do a 1000x. It really could. Am I right with the 1000x? I'm sorry. I might be getting it confused. Hold on. Tara, before I start speaking things. Come on now. I'm going to have to refresh this. Tara. Yeah, okay. 1000x is possible with this thing. It's got $18 million market cap. A 1000x would be an 18 billion with a B dollar market cap. It is possible. It definitely is possible, even in one cycle. But might not be as likely as like a multi-100x. I think a multi-100x is in store for this thing from the current price, let alone if it drops more, So like a 1000x for this thing would be, where would that be? That would be all the way up here at, come on now, at about, it'd basically be at about like $5, right? That's where it would be. That'd be a 1000x, right? Is it not? Oh, no, no, no. A 1000x from the current price would be at $5, but from this price would be at $2.70, basically there. That'd be a 1000x, okay, all the way up there. But a 500x in that, from that same kind of metric, that same kind of idea, a 500x would be. Am I doing that wrong? Am I wrong? No, that's a 10x. That's a 50x. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so a 500x would be kind of, damn it, right around there, right around like $1.30 to $1.50, somewhere in that area. And I think that's probably a more realistic number. I think that's somewhere that we could go. Looking at this all-time high to the all-time low, you know, that lines up pretty well with this 1786 to 1886 area. Maybe we don't even go that high. Maybe we only go to the 1618. Oh no, it's only a 270 something X. Like, that's still insane, man. That's still really good gains. So I do think this thing has a bright future. I think it'll perform very well in this bull market, and I do expect multi-hundreds of X's to come out of it, with the potential of even doing a 1000X. But let's stay grounded and focused, and at least look for 100X first. Moving back to the current all-time high from this current price would be in itself, that would be a 9x, almost a 10x. So from there, you know, sky's the limit for sure. It can definitely do some great things. So just wanted to end it on a positive note. But again, I think that we do go lower, maybe up just a little bit in the coming day to the end of the week, something like that, and then we'll probably continue this move, this consolidation phase to the downside. That's my expectation. I know that a lot of you are probably looking at this thing and looking at it as a bull flag, and it kind of looks like a bull flag. I mean, I think it does, but I also think it doesn't. I think that it's going to go lower. That's my expectation, but I can be wrong. I've been wrong before. I'll be wrong again. So if you like the video, leave a thumbs up, subscribe to see more. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care. Bye bye.